Try. The soul groweth tall and comely, and waxeth powerful and strong only as it poureth forth its will. Mankind are of 7 great orders. The last and greatest are the genii of the earth, the children of the starbeam, the inheritors of the temple. Weak ones can never enter this vestibules, but only those who try, and trying for a time, at length become victors and enter in. Man fails because a feeble, sleeping, idle will succeeds, because he wakes it up and ever keeps it wakeful. In an instant I turned to find whence these spoken words proceeded, and a sight of rare surpassing beauty, such as ravished every sense of my inner being, fell upon my gaze. A female of regal aspect floated on beside the form of Thotmore. Her radiant mane, beauty of forms, lovingness of expression, and the grace of her every moment were such that the language we apply to embodied woman can never convey the adequate idea of the peerless queen before me. It was from her lips that the spoken words had come. As I gazed in utter bewilderment upon the houri, Thotmore smiled and said, "This is Cynthia, whose son I am. My moon she is mine, I am hers. We are one. On earth her body sleeps, her soul is awake and turned to the melodies of heaven. We are working for the world, and in that work find pleasure and excellent joy. But we only reach the bliss by trying. Do thou the same, and tell thy earthly brothers to do likewise." Thus recalled to mental effort, I strove to conquer my admiration for the woman and address myself to thought, albeit the task was very difficult. We are human beings still, whether in or out of the body, and the same surmises, guesses, and wonderments possess us, whoever so we are. Thus, I could hardly help inviting the Egyptian his glorious prize, nor wondering if he did not see much trouble and come. Certain it is that no man on earth could rest quietly with such a treasure of beauty under his care, and it struck me that, even in the soul world, all people could not be free from all human passions, as we know them here below. That jealousy might disturb the Oriental's peace of mind, I could scarcely doubt. He saw my mind, and turning to the full moon of beauty, who clung to his side, said to her, "Answer for me." She did so, and said, "Purity is the soul of beauty, symmetry is the spirit, and justice is the body. Every human being in the soul world or elsewhere loves nothing so well as to be well thought of by the other human beings. Ambition, emulation, and personal joy are the 3 bars which constitute the pivot of all human character. The bad passions, as envy, strife, anger, lust, and revenge on earth, not only destroy the body, but also mar the spirit. Every one of these and all other evil things, thoughts or deeds, inevitably leave their marks upon the soul, and the deep, sad marks they are. The law of truth, the law of individuality, and the law of distinctness, by means of which the man is rounded out into a perfect character, and is afterwards kept for all eternity totally distinct from any other being in all the universe, reign in the soul world, nor can they ever be broken or evaded. Consequently, there can be no mistakes in regard to identity. Cynthia is Cynthia, Thotmore is Thotmore, Clarinda is Clarinda, and John is John, and all must remain so till to the end of ages. It is so now, whatever it may have been in the ages wherein the angels fell. On earth, the real thoughts and sentiments of a soul are hidden beneath the garniture of the language and assumption. Not so here in the soul world, where each must appear to be what he really is at the moment. There are no disguises, and while anyone can do wrongly if he so elect, yet he cannot intend wrong or pretend right, for the presence of an evil thought and the soul is immediately marked upon its surface, upon its features, by a law that the very soul itself, and these marks and distortions are so very plain, such instantly gravitate to the middle state. Self-preservation, therefore, and self-respect keep heaven clear of sin. In the second place, it is well known here, as it ought to be on earth, that the deceiver is, in all cases, the deceived. The wrongdoer wrongs himself more than anyone else, and the unhappiness a person may cause another to feel must be expiated by the causer, not by the victim. This is a safeguard against jealousy here. No one will do ill deed if it is aware that it cannot be kept secret even for a moment. In the next place, I chose Thoughtmore, and he me, because of all the inhabitants of this starry land, he suited me the best, and I him. Wherefore, there is a stronger attachment between us than there possibly could be between any other individuals in this great domain. All heaven knows this fact also. Hence, no one in heaven would attempt to sunder a natural tie, because they are well aware of that, even if it were possible, misery and not contentment must be an inevitable result. Wherefore none in heaven would attempt such a thing, and no one from other regions could essay it. Like drops of water on the sands of Sahara, her blessed words sunk into my soul, and the wisdom chambers received a new family of ideas, and my soul felt exceedingly glad of this installment of treasures from the upper worlds. For a moment I remained pensive and silent, and then, inspired by an ineffable presence of Thoughtmore and his Cynthia, who floated on beside him, his pearly arm engirdled his glorious form in an embrace which spoke of something higher and holier we mortals can all call love, I answered, "It now seems to me that nature is the birthplace of affection, the tomb of all evil, the primary school of all human souls, the alembic of the virtues, and gymnasia of thought." I was forced to stop again, nor I could go on. Thoughtmore came to my relief, adding, "A plane inclined, beginning at instinct and ending in omniscience, the telegraphic system of all being, connecting its remotest points, the workshop of the infinite and eternal God, the grand orchestra of all symphonies, and the ladder reaching from nonentity to the great dome, beneath which it is awful majesty, the lawmaker of the universe, the greater of the Am."